I am the fuzzy soul tiger. I went through rummaging through my stuff in my room, trying to clean out my cabinet full of papers and such. I found a lot of stuff from back in the day. Even this bunch of crappy poetry I wrote. This is from my grammar school days, like around 6th, 7th grade. And me and my friends, we were all trying to do our own comic books, draw our own cartoons, and put our own little stories and poetry together. Now, keep in mind, around 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I'm not Shakespeare. We're all not Shakespeare. We're just doing what was high quality stuff to us at the time. And this is poetry at its crappy best that I wrote back in those days. So, listen if you will. Stomach this at best if you can. This is not going to be pretty, I warn you. If I took a dump, it would come out in lumps, or long like a llama's hump. Unless, heaven forbid, it won't break off and get stuck. With this selection, I know you're wondering why. Just read ahead, but keep an open mind. You can surely relate when I say, when I take a dump, I take my time. Gives me the chance to get caught up in the latest news headlines. I feel light on my feet after dropping a ton. Amen to that proclamation after all that dumping is done. Don't walk in after me, 'cause it won't be fun. I done hear many a time somebody declaring, "Ugh!" But it really don't faze me, 'cause that's the time I take to push out a baby. You might even hear a butt trumpet tune melody, but I'm warning you, you might not be conscious enough to hear the finale. This is deep stuff. This ain't your typical kind of selection. I'm not writing about this to say it's an obsession. I'm simply saying most of you don't be declaring then when you're done taking a dump that it's a wonderful feeling. I make myself right at home. Got me a pack of toilet tissue and my phone. So I don't have to do the duck walk to the other room when I'm alone. I can take a crack at easing back and talk while I push out what's not usually condoned. I can't believe I wrote this as a kid. Sometimes it's hard for me to get my concentration. Can't read the Sunday paper if someone else's stomach's in a bad situation. Have to endure minutes of sweating and screaming when they're in constipation. I think it's time for castor oil or an enema as the blockage solution. Sometimes I sit on the crapper and come to the realization some of my best ideas were born there out of inspiration. That's something I normally won't share, but I swear it's not fiction. I have a writer's butt because it does its own dictation. Are you taking this down? I can't believe I wrote this stuff as a kid. It goes on. Bear with me if you've made it this far. Don't act surprised because you realize you do it too. You're probably reading this while you're making doo-doo. Wow. I can't read on. The actual act is only supposed to take a minute or two. It's the complimentary accessories that adds to what really delays you. So be sure you've got an air freshener in stock before you have to push out a pile of boo-boo blocks. I hate when someone who used it before me don't stop to think to flush it before letting me see the leftover rocks. Ugh. Wow. Artist in motion, huh? Potential. Now, That's entirely personal, you know. I said I love to take a dump, but not look at it, yo. It's only common sense to flush your stuff before you go. Now my senses are assaulted, causing me to vomit in the stall next door. Some people can be straight up mean. When they don't flush, the odor travels thick as steam. Oh, what an odor. The stuff looks so scary you could preserve it for Halloween. I don't believe turd should come out the colors of Xmas, red and green. Christmas red and green turd. Something's wrong with that picture. Hey, you seen it too. Some of you out there seen that. And can't nobody be involved in business meetings if your stomach gets to storming and singing. And plus it's only proper just before lovemaking that you clean out your system before you get to cramping and itching and aching. Know what I'm saying? Because the kids like Santa Claus. And you don't want your gas to be the center of the fault. The big man had to crack open the windows and unclog the stall. The reindeers just outside turned red as the nose on Rudolph. But anyway, in coming back full circle, I like to take a dump before my system gurgles. So when I'm standing in a packed elevator, the blame for passing gas can go to another. Okay, that was craptastic poetry at its crappy best. Yes, me and my friends wrote this back in grammar school. Now, as you know, I'm a whole lot more involved in that nowadays, because I have published books now that I write to inspire people for the better, like Hope Rising by yours truly, PJ Dustin. And I've written Candles in My Closet, the love book, to inspire others. And a brand new upbeat, uplifting book called Smiling Through the Storm is coming out very, very soon near you. But in the meantime, you could get my hot new spoken word CD, An Ocean of Optimism. An ocean of optimism that'll lift you up. And I promise you, these materials are miles and miles further away from what I did as a kid. But that was me and my friends having fun and doing our own thing. So hey, thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. And be sure you flush before you leave out that door. Fuzzy Soul Tiger. I'm out.